Hey guys, it's Melanie. So today I am going to be sharing my top 5 anti-aging tips. There are some things that I have done over the last, I don't know, when did I really start thinking about aging? Probably when I hit 30 was when I was like, oof, I should probably maybe start doing a few things differently if I want to age gracefully. So yeah, there's just some key things that I have done over the last, I would say, 10, 11 years that I think have served me really well. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. And if you maybe aren't doing some of these things, they should be easy enough for you to incorporate into your lifestyle. And maybe these things can also help you age gracefully. Before we get started, I do want to say that there is nothing wrong with aging just normally. If you are fine with the way that you look, if you are comfortable with how things are going and progressing as you age, then go with that. I think I definitely have moments where I'm like, why do I care at all? But then I also have a lot more moments where I think to myself, I enjoy taking care of myself. I really enjoy my skincare routine. I really like the results that I see. I love trying new things. I like seeing if they make a difference in my skin. And it's just kind of become maybe a little bit of a hobby for myself. But again, if you are someone who is like, whatever happens, happens, then go with that. Like, it's just all personal preference, right? Like, there's nothing wrong with aging. There's nothing wrong with trying to maybe hold off on aging for a little while if you can. There's nothing wrong if you get fillers, if you get Botox, or if you don't. It's totally up to you. That's the beauty of life. You get to do what works for you. For me, I personally enjoy the process of using all of my lotions and potions, and I am definitely someone who is very results oriented. So if I see something is working for me, then I want to continue to do it. And it just makes me feel good about myself. So if you are in the same boat as me where you really enjoy this kind of stuff, let's get into the tips. So I did write them down so that I don't wander off too far in any one direction. So the first tip that I have for you is very simple, and that is, no matter what your skincare routine is, whether it's really simple or really extensive, whether you use drugstore skincare, mid-range or high-end or luxury, whatever it is that you use, be consistent with it. The one thing that really made the biggest difference in, I feel like, the way that I have been aging is the consistency. I always do my morning routine. I always do my evening routine. Makeup always gets washed off at the end of the day. I certainly have used a plethora of products that I really enjoy that have made a big impact on my skin. And you guys know the type of stuff that I like to use because I talk about it all the time on my channel. But your skin routine may be completely different. So whatever your routine is, use those products consistently. I have several friends who, always ask me for skincare advice, and I give it to them, and, they go out and they buy the products, but then they don't use them consistently, and they come back and they're like, it's not working. And it's like, well, are you using it every single day? Are you using it morning and night? Are you making sure to not go to sleep with makeup on your face? And most of the time they're like, well, no. You have to use this stuff consistently. That's the biggest thing. So no matter what your routine is, whether, again, it's really basic or whether it's really extensive, use the stuff. Don't save it for special occasions. My mom especially is one of those people where I will buy her an entire set of skincare products, and I will tell her, use this here, use this here. I lay it all out for her, but then she just gets lazy about it. She doesn't use it. Or worse yet is she has told me in the past, well, I'm just saving it for when we have like a special event or something. And that's not how skincare works. You can't just start using it a week before a special event and expect miracles. If you have a special event coming up a few months from now, step up your skincare routine now, because that's how you are going to get to that end result, is with consistency. So be consistent with whatever it is that you use. That is definitely tip number one. Tip number two, okay, so make sure that you have a pillow or sleeping situation that is really comfortable for you. One thing that I would advise against is sleeping on your stomach and sleeping on your face. I have done that for a large portion of my life. I am definitely someone who is just naturally a stomach sleeper, but I recently, in the last few months, started using one of those beauty pillows. Mine is from Sleep and Glow. You don't have to necessarily get the Sleep and Glow pillow. There are lots of different beauty pillows out there. What I really like about the Sleep and Glow for myself is that it has trained me to sleep on my back. So I'm going to encourage you to either train yourself to be a back sleeper, however you need to do that, figure that out, or at least be a side sleeper. The Sleep and Go pillow is really great for those of you who are side sleepers, because it actually has some cutouts where you are not even like pressing your face into the pillow and creating those wrinkles. So a lot of people have some wrinkles on one side of their face that they don't have on the other side, or more pronounced lines on one side of their face, because that's the side that they tend to favor when they sleep. And those lines, wrinkles, whatever you have going on in your face can be exacerbated if you are constantly sleeping in that position every single night. Some people swear by silk pillowcases. Certainly, those are fantastic as well. But I think the biggest thing for me has definitely been training myself to sleep on my back. So that way I am not squishing one side of my face or the other, and I'm also not face plant into the pillow either. So that one is a tough one, I feel like, because sometimes people can't control the positions that they sleep in, but changing my pillow really made a big impact on me. And I can tell you that more than anything, beyond just like the beauty benefits of no longer smashing my face into a pillow every single night, it's helped my back a lot. I no longer deal with back pain because I'm not sleeping on my stomach anymore, which is A+. So bonus there. All right, the next one's pretty obvious too. Healthy diet and exercise, and obviously drink as much water as you can. I don't think water is going to like clear up all of your skin problems or anything like that, but it is really good to keep yourself hydrated. You know, we buy all of these like nice expensive moisturizers, and those are fantastic, and definitely have a good moisturizer that you love. But also make sure that you're hydrating your insides, because it does have an effect on your skin. It's not the only effect. Certainly having a good diet also helps. I know that when I eat a lot of junk food, not only do I gain weight super fast the older I get, but it just also makes me feel like garbage. And it shows up in my skin. I don't necessarily get pimples, but I notice that my skin is dull. It's not as vibrant as it is normally. And I just overall don't feel all that great. And as you get older, you do have to put a lot more effort into your lifestyle choices that you make to feel your best overall. Not just, you know, like this stuff here, like also think about how you feel inside. It can affect your mental health. Just do your best to have a diet of moderation, whether you're vegetarian, vegan, or you're a carnivore, whatever it is. Just make sure that you're also adding lots of healthy, whole foods into your diet. Fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, if you are able to. Just eat balanced meals. Don't eat too much. Do your best to look for foods that have a lot of antioxidants in them. If you need to supplement your diet with some supplements, so like vitamins, minerals, whatever else you need to do that. I know that that definitely can make a difference as well. And there's a multitude of supplements out there that claim to have benefits for not only your body as a whole, but also your skin and your hair and your nails. So maybe look into some of those. But just try to, as much as possible, live a life of moderation and live a life of trying to eat as healthy as possible when it comes to food stuff, because I do think that that definitely has an impact on your anti-aging as well. So take care of your insides so that it shows on your outsides, if you will. This next one is important, you guys. Use sunscreen every single day. Whatever sunscreen it is, whether it's from Neutrogena or whether it's from Dermatology or whether it's from Paula's Choice, Pacifica, use sunscreen every single day. Use it on your face, use it on your ears, your neck, the back of your neck, your body, all over. There is nothing that ages you more than damage from the sun. And those of us who grew up in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, and we just laid either on trampolines with baby oil slathered all over us, or whether we laid in tanning beds, there's a lot of sun damage that has hit a lot of us really hard. And oftentimes you don't see that damage until you're like 10 years out from, you know, the initial damage. The sun can create sunspots on your skin. It can cause wrinkling. I mean, there is just so much damage that the sun can cause, and it's so simple to prevent that. Just wear sunscreen and put it everywhere. Put it on the backs of your hands, put it on your neck, your chest, every place that is exposed to the sun when you are outside, whether it's summertime like now or whether it's the middle of winter. You need to protect your skin every single day. You can go out and spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on skincare. You can use it consistently. You can have a really good diet and exercise routine. You can stop smoking, doing all of these things that are so bad for aging. But if you're not protecting your skin from the sun, then all of that stuff is like whatever. Like, you're almost undoing all of that good stuff if you are not actually protecting your skin. So wear your sunscreen every single day. It took me quite a number of years to get, it wasn't until I was in my 30s that I was like, I should protect my face. It used to be that I was like anti-sunscreen because then I wouldn't tan, and I looked so much healthier when I had a tan. Do some sunless tanning. If you can manage the sunless tanners, if you're not allergic to them like I am, do that. Do not go out and tan your skin in the sun. If you happen to get some natural color from the sun, even when you're wearing your SPF, that's fine, but do not damage your skin further by not protecting it, especially if you are someone who uses retinols, tretinoin, if you use AHAs, glycolic acid, lactic acid. Those things actually make your skin a lot more sensitive to the sun to begin with, so protect your skin. That's a huge one. Now, I also wanted to mention that there are some very specific ingredients that I look for when I purchase my various skincare products. Ingredients that I have found that just made a big difference in my skin over the last 10 plus years. By the way, I'm 41, so I am into my 40s at this point, and I feel like incorporating these specific skincare ingredients has really brought my skin to a place where I'm so happy with how it looks. Like, my skin is not perfect. I still have pores. I still deal with oily skin. You know, you guys hear me talk about the kind of the frustrating things about my skin, but for the most part, I couldn't be more happy when I look in the mirror. Like, I no longer deal with blackheads. I don't have clogged pores all the time. My skin is fairly smooth. And I think it has a good texture and tone to it, and I'm very happy with it. And the reason is because I have incorporated the following ingredients. So I wrote them down. These are in no particular order, maybe with the exception of the first two, which I think are real key game changers for me. Tretinoin. If you are not open to getting a prescription for a tretinoin or a retin-A or something like that, you can certainly use over-the-counter retinols. That's a really good place to start. Niacinamide. Niacinamide, vitamin B3 is huge. It is a game changer for those of you that, like me, have enlarged pores. I don't think they really fully understand why niacinamide helps to improve the look of pores, but it really does. It makes a huge difference. One of the biggest things that is different about my skin now at 41 than 31 is my pores are so much smaller than they used to be, and I deal with enlarged pores all over my face. So niacinamide covers this whole area. You guys know that I prefer the Paula's Choice niacinamide. Their 20% really is key for me. I'll try to link some of my favorite skincare products that are Holy Grail products in the description box down below, but certainly know there are lots of brands that put out products that are very good. You don't have to choose the brands that I do, but definitely look for these ingredients. Let's keep going. Vitamin C. There are some people that say that vitamin C really doesn't do anything for the skin. I can tell you, for me personally, I feel like it does. I feel like it brightens my skin. I feel like it gives my skin a healthy glow. So I continue to purchase different products that have vitamin C in them. L-ascorbic acid is probably the gold standard when it comes to vitamin C, but I've also tried some other vitamin C products that have also provided me with the same results of just giving my skin a really beautiful, healthy glow. They improve the tone and texture. It does help with hyperpigmentation if I'm ever dealing with it, which thankfully isn't all that often right now. But I like vitamin C, and it has made a difference in my skin. So if you haven't incorporated it, I do think it's worth a try. Ceramides. Ceramides are great for the skin, as are peptides. Hyaluronic acid is huge. Hyaluronic acid does such a beautiful job of attracting moisture to the skin. So if you are someone who's very dry skin, I think kind of gets the short end of the stick when it comes to anti-aging stuff, because it looks dehydrated, and that can definitely accentuate lines, wrinkles, things like that. So those of you that have dry skin, you have to kind of work overtime with adding hydration into your skin. Hyaluronic acid is a great ingredient to incorporate that will help you step up that hydration game in your skin for sure. So look into different products that contain hyaluronic acid. And lastly, alpha hydroxy acids, glycolic acid, lactic acid. Those are all fantastic for sweeping away surface texture on the skin. So making sure that your skin is exfoliated in a healthy way. So don't go attacking your skin with a bunch of scrubs aggressively. I personally still like a nice scrub, but you have to be careful with them. You can tear the skin, you can damage the skin. Certainly don't use scrubs that have like the ground walnut shells or things like that. The St. Ives, a lot of us from the 80s and 90s remember scrubbing our skin with that, or using a buff puff. Oof. Rough, right? Be gentle with your skin, but chemical exfoliants are a great way to step up your anti-aging game, because they're going to get rid of that surface texture. They're going to reveal newer skin cells, and that really goes a long way in helping you look younger, or helping you look your age, or whatever it is that you want to do. Just take good care of your skin. Buy the best products that you possibly can for your skin type. Do some research on some different skincare lines that are within your budget. Build yourself a nice solid routine and be consistent with it. Do the good things for your body. Eat the good food. Exercise. Get a little bit of sun outside, but protect your skin when you're out there. These are all very simple tips that I can tell you have made a huge, huge difference for me. So there you go. Those are my simple anti-aging tips for you. It doesn't matter whether you're 25 and just getting started, or whether you're 70 or 75 or 80. You can start this at any point in time and just take care of yourself. If you enjoy the process, then enjoy it. Go check out new skincare brands, try different things, see what works for you, step up your skincare game. It's just a great way to treat yourself and to maybe help build your confidence. It's a good thing to do for yourself. I'm a big advocate of self-care, and for me, this anti-aging stuff is just part of my self-care routine, and it makes me happy. So anyway, let me know what your favorite anti-aging tip is down below in the comments. And thank you so much for taking the time to watch today. I will see you guys in the next one.